You're watching the Black Wonder Channel, where we discuss current events, geopolitics, and much more.
Are you really calling the cops about this? It's these are the police.
There is a firestorm tonight over what happened 3 days ago at a Starbucks in Philadelphia, where the police were called in and 2 black men were arrested.
This video, captured by a witness's cell phone, shows police talking and later handcuffing the men while they were waiting for a friend. The men wanted to use the restroom, but the manager said that per store policy, they couldn't since they didn't buy anything. When they wouldn't leave, she called police.
You see, this here, this is why black people should always show up late. Yeah, if you're early, it's loitering. For our safety, black people, we show up late everywhere we go. In fact, maybe this got me thinking, maybe it's not true that black people are never on time. It's just that we only know about the ones who show up late because all the early ones got taken away. Maybe that's what it is. And I know there were some people saying, well, why were these guys in Starbucks doing nothing? Huh? Why? Well, because that's what Starbucks is for. Everyone is doing nothing. Everyone. Starbucks is basically a bus station with espresso machines. That's all it is. In fact, the only mistake these black guys made was not using the tactics of the white man. That's all they did. Yeah, when the manager accused them of doing nothing, they should have replied, actually, I'm writing a screenplay. That's what I'm doing. Or maybe, got us thinking, maybe all we need to do is change the people who connect civilians to the police.
Well, for years, 911's been handling calls that turns out aren't actual emergencies.
Hello, 911, there are black people.
Ma'am, stay calm. I'm scared too. The officers are on their way.
So we came up with a program to help white people decide if their emergency was an actual emergency. We hired a black operator.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm on the train and these black people are talking and it's loud and I think there could be a fight.
Okay, sir, so let me get this straight. You called 911 because black people were talking loud?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, good. Here's what I need you to do. Stand up, walk to the window, and throw your bitch ass off that train.
This year's biggest trend for white ladies is calling 911 on black people.
It's a scenario that's become all too common, where a minor incident results in a white person calling the police on a black person. In this case, a 9-year-old black child was accused of sexually assaulting a white woman at a Brooklyn deli.
Sexually assaulted by a child.
She was immediately given a nickname.
Here we go. There are officers down the block. They want
Corner Store Carolyn.
Corner Store Carolyn. I love that now black people are giving white ladies their nicknames on the spot. No, because it used to take a couple of days, but now it's instant. It's almost like black people are thinking of nicknames for every white lady they see, just in case some shit goes down. And honestly, we can joke, but it's hard to watch the story and not be reminded of Emmett Till way back in 1955. False allegation against a black child by a white lady. It's the same ingredients. But the one silver lining in this story is this. 2 days later, Corner Store Carolyn went back to that same store. And somehow, the whole hood was there waiting for her.
Back in Brooklyn, last night, a dramatic scene. Klein returned to the store and reviewed the footage, taunted by a crowd.
What the boy's hand? Where the hell
You can put that on World Star.
Cops in Phoenix threaten Aisha Harper, a 24-year-old pregnant woman with her 2 young children by her side. The video starts after the family pulls up at their babysitters and are approached by police with guns drawn.
Phoenix police officers at times sounded like hitmen.
Get out the car! You are gonna get out the car right now! Get your ass off! I'm gonna put a cat right now!
Sweet Jesus. I'm gonna put a cap in your head. This was the cops responding to a call about a 4-year-old who took a Barbie doll out of a dollar store without paying for it. Yeah. And I'm sorry guys, you don't need to show up like the SWAT team to rescue a Barbie from a little girl. If anything, you should be rescuing the little girl from the Barbie. You should be getting there like, little girl, watch out! That Barbie can give you a warped sense of what a woman's body is supposed to be! Barbie, please! Don't do it, Barbie. Think about Ken and your dream house and that new job you just got as a scientist.
Kids,
Even the bystanders, you can hear them saying, calm down to the police.
Hey, hey! Whoa, sir, come down! Can someone just, defuse the situation here?
I'm sorry, guys, but this is ridiculous. How do civilians know how to act like the police better than police know how to act like the police? How? And you would think cops cursing at civilians and pointing guns at a 4-year-old child would be as bad as the story could get. But what makes it even worse is that if we didn't have these videos, those cops would have been able to paint a very different picture of how this all went down.
Major differences emerging between the police report and the video captured by witnesses.
Nowhere in the report does he mention yelling, "You're going to get effing shot," or "I'm going to put an effing cap right in your effing head."
In the video, Officer Meyer clearly kicks the leg of the handcuffed father. In the report, though, he writes, "I made him spread his feet."
Time and time again, cell phone videos contradict the official reports. Because you saw the video. He kicks his leg. The guy's not doing anything. He kicks his leg. But in the report, he says, "I made him spread his feet." Cop's report makes it sound like a peaceful yoga instructor. It's like, "And then I moved him into downward motherfucking dog. Namaste."
An off-duty officer in Southern California is caught on camera pulling his gun on a convenience store customer who he mistakenly thought was stealing. This was all over a pack of Mentos that the customer had already paid for. The man says he tried to explain that he'd paid, but the officer didn't believe him until the convenience store actually had to say he paid for it.
Wow. This cop pulled a gun on a guy because he thought he was stealing Mentos. Now, here's my thing. Even if he was stealing them, that's not a reason to pull your gun. Like, maybe if the guy was stealing Mentos and Diet Coke, then yeah, that's a potential bomb threat. I get it. We know what you can do with that stuff. Yeah.
The sheriff's office declined to comment on camera, but sent us a statement explaining the deputy saw traffic stopped on Liberty at White Rock Road, investigated, and found the groundhog blocking traffic. Quote, he realized that it was not responding as expected for an animal that was not being cornered or trapped.
Get the out of here, man. Are you being serious? First of all, white people are calling the cops on groundhogs now? Like, what's next? Sunsets? Officer, please help. It's getting so dark everywhere. And also, this poor groundhog. He was just 2 weeks from retirement. And now, the worst thing is they shot him, and they're acting like it was his fault. Yeah, attacking his reputation. He was not responding as expected for an animal. Oh, I didn't realize there was some sort of police groundhog protocol. Like, what, is he supposed to put his hands up? He doesn't have hands! And you can tell the poor little groundhog had no idea what was going on. Like, the cop is on one side, then he's on the other side. I wouldn't be shocked if the cop was giving confusing directions. Like, get out of the road! Don't move! Don't move! Get on the ground! He's like, I am on the ground! I'm a groundhog! I hog the ground! That's what I do! I hog the ground!
Thank you for watching the Black Wonder channel. If you found value in our content,